I don't know what to make of this whole, Tom Brady 4-game suspension. Someone just revealed to me that Tom Brady apparently is a football player. So we brought Brian Kilmeade in. The guy is an encyclopedia on this and so much else. Help me with this. Will he have to go through with it?
Well, here we have. We had a judge a year ago say the NFL overstepped their bounds. The NFL should not have suspended him 4 games. Tom Brady, you win again. Not only do you win the Super Bowl, you can play week 1. So the NFL says, okay, that's fine. Let's not say any bitterness, but we are appealing to a higher court. That court had a hearing in March, and today, the week of the NFL draft, where all the heat's going to be back on the league, they've decided on a 2-1, 3-judge panel, 2-1, saying that the NFL was right, that the evidence was compelling, if not overwhelming, that Brady knew about the deflation of footballs at the before his game in the AFC Championship game 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago. He consented to it and encouraged it. 4-game suspension is in play.
All right. So he's rolling the dice if he tries to appeal this appeal, right?
Yes.
I mean, because let's say another court, I don't know what kind of court it would be.
It would be the Supreme Court, or they'll ask this 3-judge panel to hear it again.
Do you think the Supreme Court would even take this up?
They have nothing else to do. I hear they're very bored.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a 4-4 decision.
Right. A lot of times they leave at noon.
It would revert.
Right.
Revert to this ruling. But he would risk in appealing it one way or the other that 4-game suspension is upheld, and the decision could come down in the middle of a crucial season, right?
Absolutely. And we did have to wait a year for this decision. And it is the beginning of the season. Arizona, Miami, played the Texans and the Buffalo Bills.
How would that go without him, with those 4 players?
Without
those 4 teams?
You know what? The New England Patriots, in every game they play, we don't know what they're going to look like the next coming year. But if I'm a 39-year-old quarterback and you give me off for 4 games, you know you're going to get him into the playoffs. You just want to be healthy then. I wouldn't be that upset. But
I think they win 3 or 4 of those games without him.
Right. Possibly. They could do it.
Because I literally just made that up.
Right. So. But the thing is, you sound so definitive.
Well,
and I believed it. I first said, so I thought I was on with John Madden. People have called you that. October 9th, he'd be back. But you brought up something else in the break, and we rarely talk in the breaks. This is a rarity.
I didn't want to. They said he's here. So
right. He's here. What's his name again? You wait for the Chiron to pop up, and you realize you're in a break.
Exactly.
So he said,
kill me.
It's true. So you did, half Italian, half Irish like you.
Right.
So he said, Brian, he signed a 2-year contract in the offseason. In that contract, he went from $9 million a year to $1 million. Why would that be? So if you're suspended for 4 games without pay, for 4 games on a $1 million salary, you lose a lot less money than you do if you're on a $9 million salary. So maybe he's going to get that money back in the future.
Why did he sign for so much less?
Well, but the thing is, if you're a quarterback who's won so much and is so rich and have a supermodel wife, you might say to yourself, winning is more important. Peyton Manning has done that in the past. Michael Jordan has done that in the past, because you have a certain amount of salary cap. Like, for example, on the Business Channel, mostly it's Cavuto, sign Cavuto first, and then whatever money's left, they get. Because you're on a salary cap as well.
You're still on the bestseller list. I was going to say something complimentary about you, but that's it.
That's it?
All right.
So bottom line is,
has Giselle commented yet?
She has not commented yet, but she's retired.
She was getting railroad. I remember that.
Right.
Before.
Yes. She always does, because she's married to him. You know, she got to take his side. You can't say, Tom, did you deflate those footballs?
My side.
She would take your side. Absolutely.
So what is your gut say? You're great at this stuff. Do you think he'll just go ahead and serve this against his own will, a better judgment, but rather than let it drag on and on and on?
I would say get rid of it now. I was shocked that he appealed it a year ago. If he goes back and files again, it'll just look petty. Clearly the evidence. Does he really want everyone to look at the evidence? These guys disappeared with the football into the bathroom out of surveillance camera. They tweeted back and they texted back and forth during this whole investigation when they shouldn't have. He destroyed his phone rather than turn it over. So all these things led this judge to come to that conclusion, and the Second Circuit. Does he really want to revisit this again?
But it's one judge here did not. Right?
Yeah, but the judge seems to, the reason for him not doing it seems to be not because the evidence wasn't there, because they thought the 4 games was too much.
Interesting. You're on fire, young man, with the radio show, the best-selling books. Do you even have time for anything?
No, I have time for Neil Cavuto calls at 12:15. Tom Brady. Yeah. There must be something important. What about you?
No, I just wanted to talk to you, that's all.
You wanted to talk to me?
They told me that you're up on this stuff, and you proved them right.
Sooner or later, we're going to have a conversation of, get this, soccer. Youth soccer, because that's how convinced I am, because your son is playing soccer.
Phenomenal at this. They're
right.
Phenomenal.
So why don't you embrace
it? Nothing to do with
But you're pushing back on it. Why don't you embrace their athleticism?
They bore me to tears. Not my sons, they're wonderful kids. But, oh my God, it's like, you know.
You got to support your children.
You are great with them because you're coaching. You're great.
I know it's the world's most popular game, and I'm excited my kids aren't in gangs. Like you should be excited they're not in gangs. You should be excited they're.
I bring a large beer.
Right.
You know, but it's kind of dicey getting home.
You do not bring beer to kids' soccer games, do you?
No. It's a thermos.
It's a thermos?
Yeah, it's just Snapple.
Right.
All right. Thank you very much.